Hi,
Now be
everybody.
unmuted. Hi, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us for our pop up, our unscheduled live.
Surprise!
Ta-da. Creative, or you know one, we apologize for that break in transmission. Technical difficulties beyond our control. If you're on the live and you're a creative or you know a creative, get them to come in. Who is a creative? Most of us are, and we don't even realize that we are. If you are a painter, a dancer, anybody that does drama, if you are a writer, if you are an entrepreneur, all of this applies to you. Anyone that creates something that is not done before, or if you are just creating something different, or if you just inspire people, if you come up with ideas, you are creative. So this little live pop-up is for you. And we got two amazing guests that we have with us tonight, today, on this rainy Saturday. We locked in, so we might as well make the most of it. We got two phenomenal people. One, Miss Sasha Pratt herself, Lady Latonia Pratt. Hello.
Hi,
Hey,
welcome.
We welcome her to the platform, Miss Sasha. She's been here with us before, but she's one of our favorite content creators. Her and her husband, so we welcome her again. We love her Deli, and then we got one of our own babies. He's our baby. We love him Deli, even though he just give us plenty stress. He don't want to come on and talk, but we pulled him today. We got Troy Hyland in the building.
Hey everyone.
Hi, Troy.
Hey, what's up?
How y'all doing? All right, so we want to talk a little bit about being a creative. So we're going to give each of you just a little seconds to talk about what being a creative means to you. And I know y'all probably didn't think y'all were creative, so talk about that.
Donna,
okay.
you want to go
I guess
first or you want me to?
I'll go
Okay.
first. I knew it. Being a creative, like you said, sometimes you don't even know that you are a creative or labeled as a creative. You just know that you have ideas, you have dreams, you see things, or you like things a particular way or have a particular look. And those are those little nudges that, yeah, you probably are a creative. For me, it is exciting and exhausting at the same time because it's so hard to turn your brain off. Like you have so many ideas and so many things that you want to do. And then it's like, okay, I just want to go to sleep. Please, it's 3 o'clock. I just want to go to sleep. So that's how it is for me. But it's definitely exciting when you see your vision come to pass, whatever it is, when you see the final product just be completed, it just brings you that peace and just so it's like you feel so fulfilled. So that's what it is for me.
For me, being a creative was different and new. I think I always knew that I was different as it relates to my thinking. I always would think differently from my peers. And so I usually would hang out with persons that were older than me. And specifically, as it relates to the realm of writing. So a lot of my friends, they wasn't into it. Maybe you had one or two who would write poetry and songs, but my creativity really started with writing. So I don't know, like my thought process was different from I was younger, and so that played a big role in me being a creative. So after finding out what a creative actually was, I'm like, okay, well, this is, truly a gift from God. And I guess back then at a younger age, I didn't really see writing so much as, a God-given gift until really getting into the kingdom and realizing that, we use that for his purpose. So creativity for me is all about finding purpose in God.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. You guys shared some good points. Gilberta said, "Amen to exciting and exhausting." Child, you ain't lie. Can we find one switch, one off and on switch? So phenomenal. So one of the things we did at Judah here is recently, those of you that would have subscribed to Judah, we just released an ebook that we sent out to all of our subscribers. It's a free ebook and it's talking about some building blocks.
It's free, y'all. It's free. It's free.
So it's a free ebook talking about building blocks to creativity. And it helps us with even some of the areas that we didn't think was needed or is needed as a creative. And we want to talk a little bit about those building blocks today. So I'll share the building blocks in the chat. Those so you can see it. And if you have not subscribed to Judah Experience, it's a good time to go ahead. JudahExperiences.com. Go ahead and subscribe. Any information that we have, we send it out to you for free. It's the beginning of many more CDs that we'll be sending out. So we want to talk a little bit about the building blocks, right? And one of the major building blocks that I think most of us know about is faith. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we all need that building block. And especially as a creative, sometimes that faith part of you is a little rough. So I know Donya mentioned a block to me that she has. I want to let her talk a little bit about her block.
Okay. But I must add that the ebook is awesome. It is amazing. I read through it and they do hit on a lot of those fundamental parts that you may overlook and which could actually fault or bring some type of imbalance in your foundation. So if you don't have it, please go and cop that ebook. For me, the building block that really, really stuck out to me was maintaining your mental health. And I have worked in mental health for 9 years, and I've seen just the impact that it has on everything that you do. It is so difficult to complete or actually do anything if your mental health is not there, if your mental capacity is not there. So when I saw that, it was like, yo, this is so true. This is exactly what is needed for the awareness to be there, that when you are feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling that, okay, something is becoming too much for you, it's okay to step back. It's okay to take a break. Some persons, they push themselves because they want to succeed so bad. It's like, but you need to just chill, relax, take a vacation. Like, it's nothing wrong with taking time out for yourself and making sure that you are mentally in a good place to complete and to do what it is that you are called and purposed to do. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you're no good to anybody else, honestly and truthfully. So definitely that one was a home hitter for me, because even for me, sometimes I feel overwhelmed by everything that's going on, and especially right now in the middle of a pandemic, you feel like, okay, what is there? What can I do? And it's so limiting, but just take a time out, find that peace, find that center, and get your mind, however you do it, if it's through music, if it's through reading, if it's through prayer, the word, if it's through socializing with other people, talking to someone is so important. As simple as it is, talking to someone can help you greatly. Okay, I didn't come here to say all that, but I just saying that really stood out to me. I'm done.
No, you good, because the factor that you would have worked in the area of mental health says a whole lot. Mm-hmm. So you have such a great knowing and knowledge of mental health and the need and the factor that I think in church we've ignored it for such a long time because we feel like it's taboo. Like, okay, there's something you can't talk about. That means you're crazy. That means when you save. When realistically, no, it don't mean that. You're responsible for maintaining your mental health, and that have a lot to do with it. And especially as creatives, when you big brain and when you have so much stuff going on in your mind at one time, that thing can overwhelm you. So if you listen, y'all need to go ahead and subscribe to Judah so you could get this book. This free book. Some good people put this together with some good information. Talk mental health. Okay, so we're gonna let Troy talk about his building block.
Okay, well, before I talk about my building block, I want to talk about the ebook. It was good. It was really, really good. Now, the funny thing is, the two that I liked aren't the ones that I want to talk about. I love the one about, I think breaking. I'm not gonna say it. I rather y'all see it for yourselves. But for those that will download the ebook, that will get the ebook, look out for the one where she talks about the burger, and the one where she talks about building a house. And you guys will understand why I said that. But the one that I got was the one that I loved is being a solution to the problem. So what most people may not know about me is I was a part of a young adult organization that dealt strictly with all things marketing, all things media in Grand Bahama. And so although we never like officially released the whole team, they only knew the CEO of that organization, which was Kingdom Promoters 242. And I think actually a couple of y'all ended up liking the page some years ago. But everyone, like, we were hidden completely. And so the reason that I ended up joining is because I noticed that there were some amazing events that was happening in Grand Bahama at the time, and no one knew about it. So on a Friday, you would only have like the same few that you probably saw last month to this event. And it's simply because, I mean, I don't want to sound rude, but just poor marketing for some persons, you know, and sometimes we're not around the right people to get the word out, for there to even be, you know, a conversation just to promote it through word of mouth. So my love for marketing came from just the desire to see, you know, events growing and creative ideas blossoming. So for me, I think my love and my desire for marketing came from seeing a problem. And so I would also say, aside from, because you could be a solution, but you don't always have to be a solution to the problem. Because I was thinking about the Duff experience, and I don't want to carry this too long, but I think you guys should know about the new Duff, right? So what they basically did, they took the traditional guava Duff and they made it into like this little ball thing, and it's completely covered up, and it's all created by steam. It's not boiled, it's not done in the oven. It's all done by steam. And they didn't just go that far to do it and prepare it in front of you. They've now began to package it and put it in like different stores like Little Generals, Extra Value, Super Value. So they went from taking one idea of guava Duff and expanding on it in such a great way, to the point that, okay, let's just say I want guava Duff. I know I can want guava Duff on Sunday. I could buy that from Thursday, Friday, put it in my fridge, put it in my freezer, and I could warm that up in the microwave. I don't have to go through the long preparation of preparing it and doing. And anybody that knows how to make guava Duff knows that it takes a long time. So he took a simple idea and expounded on it. Sorry, made it a I can't even explain it, to the point that I could literally send it to Freeport in packages, in bulks at that, and distribute it. You know, so it wasn't technically a problem, but he became a solution to an area that didn't even exist. You know, so now,
Well, technically, it is a problem because I have a problem if I don't have dessert on Sunday, and he
yeah,
solved my problem.
that part, and you don't gotta break it. Put that in the microwave for 2 minutes, and that's you.
What? That's easy fixing. Listen, it ain't left me like Sunday. Then after you eat that dinner, then you come back. You got that nice little sweet. Top you off right.
Honestly,
That's right. Yeah, but that's so good. But my favorite building block, and I'll talk about mine quick, is being legally prepared. And why is this important for me is because when I initially started Judy Experiences, I wasn't thinking, like I told you before, I wasn't thinking this. I wasn't thinking major nonprofit. This was supposed to be a one-time thing. We just host this event once, and then we just call it a wrap.
And God swing
yeah.
up.
Yeah, I get swing. See, I just say yes to that voice he ran, and he swing me. He reeled me into all of the other stuff. So when I initially started, I wasn't thinking all of this stuff, and to the point of knowing that, okay, nonprofit and needing these legally stuff, and you to have your papers and get your paperwork. I wasn't thinking that. So as we grew and as we go into certain stuff and wanting to expand and wanting to get bank account open, you want to do this kind of transaction, you want to bring in this stuff, eventually you want to have your own space. So when you think in that kind of way, okay, you need to be legally prepared. It covers you and it covers the organization. And along with nonprofits, business persons as well. I think we stop to just getting our business license when there's a whole different level of being legally prepared that we need to consider. Okay, what's going to happen if you should die? who is this business gonna be in the hands of? If you have children, who's to say that the children are the ones that's supposed to be taking it over? It's a whole different, realms of it. Even with us when we were doing the legal aspects of judo, there were legal questions that the lawyer was asking us that, get back to you, because I didn't think about that. So I didn't realize how serious being legally prepared was. So it's more than just a factor of like, if you go into you're a mega $1 million enterprise. No matter how big or small you are, invest in that. If this is something that you know that you're called to do, this is your lifeline. This is where you put in your energies. Be legally prepared. That's my building block that I love.
Yeah.
And also with creating content, being a creative, you want to protect your content.
Yes.
Because ninjas out there is thief.
Yeah, they're thief. They're thief.
Yeah, that's why they say all black ninjas.
Yep, they're thief. Let's use for an example. Most of us know, we know LaDonya and her husband is such a prat. They write plays, they write content, they write different things, and I'm certain that there are different aspects of legal preparation that they didn't even think of that they had to do for certain things. I mean, so we want you guys to be legally prepared. Brian has a building block.
Yes, I have a building block, and this is one that I love, is the building block of faith. You have to, when you're going to create something outside the box, when you're going to be a solution to something, and you're going to bring something that has never been seen from the unseen realm into the seen realm, there's a barrier of manifestation. There's a barrier of from the thought world or the inspiration world into reality. And how do you break through that? You need to have the jackhammer of faith. You need to break through that wall of what has never been done into what is established now. And everyone has to have faith when you're creative. When you're creating something, it don't matter if you're religious or not. You need faith, because why? Faith says, I believe that I can bring it from here in the unseen realm into here, the seen realm.
Mm-hmm. And bring it together.
And bring it together and bring it into manifestation. I said this in the ebook. In the beginning, God used his words to bring things into manifestation. And now in modern day, he's using the creatives to bring things into manifestation. He puts the inspiration down on the inside of us, and we use our faith and we pull it from the unseen realm for him.
Yep. So we just pop on today to just encourage the creatives and encourage all of us. If you have not subscribed to Judo, go ahead and subscribe so that we can get this free ebook to you.
Someone just WhatsApp me and says, what's that subscribe link? Because that ebook sounded like that making sense.
Trust me, it does.
It is. And listen, this is the first of many ebooks. I guarantee you, we had to stop so that we could just give a little bit of nuggets. And why we dropped this ebook is we wanted to give you a freebie, because coming up this week, Saturday, well, not today, next week, Saturday, October 31st, is our second annual Build Summit. And we're going to drop in there a registration link. Last year, Tonya is a representative of last year. She's going to talk to us a little bit about last year. But last year, we kicked it off. This was something, once again, the Lord reeled us in. And see, he just be tricking you. He just be giving you these little ideas. And we started last year with the summit, and it was phenomenal. It was off the charts. We were at Into Your Desk. And then what we did this year was we had monthly creative tips. So every month we were sending out, giving a little encouragement, little shots in the arm to creators, because I believe all of us need it. With being locked down, with experiencing COVID-19, a lot of us had to pivot. We had to pivot. We had to gather our thoughts. We had to gather ideas, because we had plans. We had certain things that we wanted to do, which required us to be around people. It required us to be outside. So we had to make some adjustments. So not the fact that you can't go outside and do what you wanted to do it, but you just got to change it up. So this is where we come in, and we just want you to go ahead and I dropped the website, and on our Judo Experiences website, you can also register for our upcoming Build Summit. And LaDonya is going to talk to us a little bit about her experience last year, and then Troy is going to come and tell us about some of our speakers and what you guys can expect.
Awesome. So I was thrilled when you asked me to do this. Because I can still remember the feeling, the atmosphere, everything from Build, the first one last year. And that was one of the best investments I made into myself. And I feel like this is where a lot of people, they fall, because you have to invest in yourself and the information and the knowledge that people have readily available to you. You don't have to go searching far over the oceans or anything. It is right here. It's right home. So being in in the room with so many persons who are successful and making their mark in today, in our world today, it was so inspiring. And then it would ignite you, because when you're around like-minded people and persons that are doing and creating, it's like, oh, I fired up, I ready to go.
Yeah.
I think the month after that, I end up leaving my job. I was real fired up.
Wow.
And I went full time into our business and our company. And it's like, it's that push that you need, because sometimes you would be hesitant. You would be wondering, oh, is this really for me? But once you get around a network and community of people that are cheering you on, that is giving you readily information. The word tells us, if you lack wisdom, ask for it. That's not just asking the Lord, he's given wisdom to so many other people that can be imparted into you and impact your life, impact what it is that he has called you to do, so that you don't have to start at square one. Somebody already did square one. You could just slide on over to square five and start at square five. Like, this is what Build is about. When you connect with, I think that's the most, I would say important, but the most impactful part for me also is just being in a room with persons that I may have never one-on-one been able to call or reach out to, and have this opportunity to just sit, get my notepad and pen and write down everything that you have to say, everything that pertains to me, everything that can help me. And so that was the best investment, and you will not regret it. Investing in yourself, investing in your business, investing in what it is that you have been called to do. This is where you start, right here. Okay, done.
Donya, you reeled me in to the point that I forgot nearly every point that I have. But I have to allude to what she said. And I have to give a personal testimonial for myself. I've never seen myself as a business owner. Never. Before 2019, that is. And so after Build, not to say that I always saw myself on a job, I just randomly thought that the $1 million was going to come from nowhere. But that's another story for a different day. So after Build was done, Build did two things for me. I know the purpose of Build was really to just get the creatives thinking. But listen, build me up from, and like LaDonya said, most persons may have been at level 1. I was at level 0. Like I said, I had no desire to be a business owner. I didn't have the faith. I didn't have the passion for it. By the time as Build was done, and I missed the first night because I was at work. The second day I was able to catch, and I got most of the sessions. By the time Build was done, I was like, okay, I need to get this business plan together. I need to do this, that, and I'm like, where did this come from? But Build literally built not just my spirit, but my mind to thinking differently. Keishelle Davis, bless her heart. But back to the speakers. So one of the speakers that we would have had last year was my dad. He spoke on building a brand. The way that he spoke about being a brand, I was like, wait, you got to be mindful of everything you do. You got to even be mindful of the clothes you wear sometimes, like wearing your the logo on your shirt in a let's just say in an area that's been graced with the right person to have the right conversation. That could be a blessing. I think Keishelle Davis also alluded to the same thing. She had something on her that dealt with her business, and she was able to give it to the right person at the right time. So you are the brand, you are the thing that you represent, and the ebook talks about that too. I don't want to take too much information. I really want y'all to read it because I'll take away from everything from that, but it's really good. The other person I'll only talk about a male and a female. The other person is Miss Raquel Pinder. She's going to be talking about creating with words. Now, anybody that knows her knows that she's the sassy scribe. So if you guys have gotten to see any of her stuff, you know, sis is it. You know, the way that she just speaks about different topics is just crazy. And so I'm certain that she is well equipped, well able to teach you guys, to get you guys to the next level. I'm definitely going to want to be in her class as well, because I want to know what this lady has in her mind. So I personally want to be want to put that investment in myself to see what it is that she has to say and just go to the next level. So join us.
Yeah. So, I mean, like there was, like Donya said, there was so much richness in build from being in the room with people, or being around, having access to people you normally wouldn't have access to.
Yeah.
You know, there's a saying, a wise person learns from his mistakes, but an even wiser person learns from the mistake of others. So when you have the ability to be mentored and not to fall into mistakes and shortcomings, you know, the power of wisdom is so much, you know. And we put this on because we realize, you know, that so many people are now transitioning to a place where it's not a luxury, or it's not a choice to build something or to bring something from the unseen realm. You now are mandated. You have to, you know, necessity is the mother of all invention. You have to be creative in these days and times. Man, you know, many chefs pop up on new chefs on my timeline. You know how many concierge service where they can pick up your stuff and deliver it for you. People are thinking outside the box. They got to make this bub, because you know times are tough, but they're pulling on their creativity to survive. And we want to be able to give you some tools to help you along with that. Now, there's a nominal cost only of $20, I bet. $20, and that's only just to pay the speakers, really. That's not to make a profit, just to pay the speakers and give them something for what they're worth, because they drop in phenomenal knowledge. And you don't want to miss it.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is why we came on today. We just wanted to drop that little nuggets with you regarding this summit for this year, Build Summit. We are in a different format, but we still having it. We will be on Zoom, so you will need to register. It would not be pushed live on Facebook. You will need to register. The registration link has been dropped in the comments. You could go on over to our website and onto our events page, and there you will see it. Go ahead and register. Send us your information. If you're having a challenge with registering, please go ahead and inbox us. You can reach any of us. Once you email, inbox us here on our Facebook page, you can get us, and we will help you out if you're having a challenge at all. But you want to be, if you may have even started a business during the lockdown, if you have started something, I guarantee you this summit is going to help you to navigate through it, so that you can channel, so that you can be prepared. There's certain stuff you could put in place that can better help you. We have, and let me just say you a few of the topics. I know Troy talked about two of our presenters. You know, he's biased, so he talked about his dad, and that's my brother, so I love him for doing it. But if you know him from Ellis and Ellis Consultation, Mr. Branding himself, he's going to talk to us about building our brand, even in another level. The Sassy Scribe, my friend Raquel, she's coming to talk about writing. And that is going to be a breakout. We have breakout sessions as well. We also have someone that's going to talk to us about being a solution, how to be a solution.
Catherine Beneby.
She's going to be there talking about being a solution and the problem. We have a lawyer that is actually going to be in there to talk to us about being legally prepared. We have the Reverend Dino, who's going to talk to us about faith blocks, building our faith block, because we got to have that faith block. Then we have Dr. What's her name? Deandra, who's going to be with us, Smith, who's going to be talking to us about mental health. So we have some real good people that's going to be with us, joining us and talking to us about it. And then, last but not least, we have Lady Simone Bo, who is going to be talking to us about creating in our full scope. So she's going to be talking to those of us that have so much creativity going on.
We
all over the place.
Streamline it and use it all.
So we got some of us, and I ain't to call nobody name on the platform, who could dance, who could create content,
who could act,
photographer, videographer, all that stuff. So when you got all the things going on with you need let's streamline it. So she's gonna be helping us with that. If you fall in this category, if you know someone, and maybe you may be saying, I don't feel like I'm a creative. You may have a creative in your home, in your family.
Yeah.
You may know a creative. So that seed. $20 is a small seed in comparison. Like like you said, we wanted to keep the cost very low because we understand the time, but we also want to honor our speakers. So once again, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions regarding anything that we said, go ahead and inbox us here on our Facebook page. Go ahead and send us a message on our website, and we'll be delighted to help you. So thank you to LaDonia, Lady LaDonia Pratt from Such a Pride, and my lovely nephew, phenomenal, Christoph Troy, chefs.
Yeah, when I say there never been so many chefs.
Okay. Right. Yeah. We got a lot of business popping up. And then, sometimes you pop up to solve a problem, but you still haven't had a chance to put certain things in place. So we want to help you with that. Come on over to Build. We will be live. This is one day only, next week, Saturday from 10 to 1. We'll be running our Build conference. So thank you so much for joining us, guys. And we trust that you enjoy the rest of your lockdown Saturday.
I hope you enjoyed our pop-up. This is not our usual time.
Yes.
Popped up and came on.
Yeah. So, later.
JudahExperiences.com. In a world filled with conspiracy theories and information overload, we know how hard it can be to find good, sound, godly content. Therefore, we've placed our soul-refreshing, power-packed, Jesus-loving, super informative content all in one place for your ease of consumption. All you have to do is log on to JudahExperiences.com. You can start by reading one of our blogs like The Baptism of the Holy Spirit, 4 Benefits of a Christian Community, and I'm saved but I messed up. Or you can stay up to date by clicking on our events tab to all of our events such as Build, The Hub, or Heart and Bold. Or you can sign up to our email list and never miss a beat with Judah. You shouldn't either. Log on to JudahExperiences.com now, where we are loving the Lord, restoring the broken,